Hey everybody,
Mm,
what's going on, y'all?
mm.
What's poppin'? Just a little live to say hello
Hello.
and let y'all know we good
Mm-hmm.
and all is well because we haven't talked to y'all since Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Tremella be popping in and out
Get some good at that today.
because he's very comatose and half awake and half asleep on
No,
me.
not really. I'm just not. I'm just feeling very that.
Feeling very blah.
Not blind, just very that. Very bam.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know you
Beyonce
ain't
said we need to take it easy for a couple of days.
child. Is that what Beyonce said?
Yeah, so the Beyonce Nation is on a hiatus.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So why are you on a hiatus?
Because I'm part of the Beyonce Nation.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Elmira. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Boo. Your boy is sleep talking.
Cool.
You.
Ain't nobody sleep talking.
Melissa love when you sleep talk, honey.
I'm talking the real deal. What?
Melissa love when you sleep talk.
Mm,
She get one old kiki out of you, honey.
mm.
Cause it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Yes, y'all. After this live, I'm gonna cook some pepper steak and rice for dinner. I should have did it before the live, but you know how that goes. I was sitting here being lazy, honey. Good and lazy. Baby, the later. Oh, I see it. Being good and lazy, y'all. I sure was. I sure was. Oh, thank God. So what's going on in your world? You know what, y'all? What I need to let's talk about this. Let's talk about all these ministers going viral on the internet for things that if people didn't have cell phones and recorded them, we would never know. Like Miss Juanita Bynum going. Like Miss Juanita Bynum going. We Melissa, we are nice and cozy right now. Miss Juanita Bynum going viral for her video about listening to secular music and you can't be saved, and then like 10 minutes later she went viral dancing to Mary J. Blige. Like, what is wrong with these ministers and stuff? Like, what are they thinking when they do this stuff? Like,
They don't think you're thinking about the hypocrisy of their religion. I know that much. They hypocrites, all of them. They'll do anything for a buck. They'll fuck for a buck, and they'll do some strange routine. You know, if you ever notice, a minister would do anything for money.
for money, yeah, but I just think it becomes more of a control issue with the church, and they want to
No, they doing
control.
what they got to do for money. Some of them intentionally say things so they can go viral. They intentionally say you're going to hell, and they find a creative way to say it so they can go viral. If they know they're gonna go viral, they look at it like, oh yeah, we might lose a couple of parishioners, but we will gain a whole lot more.
Right, because everybody's going to want to know who they are. But then when they come under fire for what they do, then they want to put out apologies, and
Mm-hmm.
it's too late.
Because let's be real, you think yeah, Juanita Bynum gonna stop staying booked and busy?
Right.
No.
And
You,
Melissa, you right.
you think Kim Burrell gonna stop being booked and busy? No, she's not gonna stop being booked and busy. People,
Speaking of,
it may not be people that like her that won't book her, but the people that like her will still book her.
but speaking of, do you know she's just turning 50?
Mm.
Now, I ain't
Looking
trying
like
to.
that, looking a
I
hot
ain't
mess
trying
like
to
that.
shame nobody, but Miss Kim Burrell, girl, you look way older than you. I cannot be
If she
older
just
than
turned
you.
50, she look a hot mess, honey. She let herself go.
I didn't want to say that.
I'll be 53, honey. I mean,
No,
55, and I look better than her.
that's what I want to say. I'm 51, honey. I just turned
And I look
51,
younger than her.
and I look
She was
better
a
than
hot
her.
mess, honey. She let herself go.
It's ooh.
That's because she like she need a laxative, honey. She like she need a nice laxative. She needs, or or some tea. Some green tea, a laxative, or some of that diet tea, so she can take a good shit. Mm-hmm. Because
I
I'm pretty
just
sure when she go
can't.
to the bathroom, it's just stinking. I know it's stinking.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
no, I
I know
can't.
her breath stink. Her breath gotta stink. I know it do. To be talking all that mess, I know her breath smell just like wastewater. Mm. Stinking breath, just stinking. I told you why those
Wait,
ministers
Melissa
do that.
says she clogged up. That's why
Yeah, she
she.
backed up. She backed up. She looked like when she take off her clothes, she looked like a bag of lumps. And so, she looked very that. She give the girl very that. She needs a laxative, honey. She need a laxative. She need the laxative so she can straighten out that breath. She need a laxative so she can clean out that system. I know that breath smell just like pure tea shit. Or like what my mother used to say. My mother used to say, "Ooh, your breath smell like hockey." You know what hockey is?
Well,
Horse shit. That's what it smell like.
child, I can't. But these ministers just be.
They do
It's.
it. I'm telling you why they
I
do it.
mean, I know that a lot of them do it to go viral,
Hmm.
but then once you're viral, it's like you okay, you got viral, you
It
became
brings them
viral,
attention.
and
And you know
then
what? Let me just say this about ministers and about people that judge and have something to say about what other people do. They do it not to make. They do it to try to make you uncomfortable and throw you off your game. And I'll tell you why. Because they're uncomfortable. If a minister saw a girl in a bikini coming to her church, coming to his church with a bikini on, he gonna let her have it. Not because she came in there with a bikini on that's inappropriate. It's because he's uncomfortable seeing that woman in a bikini. That's what
right,
they do. They do it because they're uncomfortable. People that judge you when you walk in there, like when you go to your auntie house and she's this Bible thumping Pentecostal evangelist and she's the head of the African American
hey
club and
Tristan,
carrying on. That the reason is she judging you because you got an earring in your ear because her pastor said you ain't got it. It's because she's uncomfortable. Auntie is uncomfortable. Y'all need to start letting people be comfortable with y'all. I just had this conversation with my son today. Start allowing people to be uncomfortable. That's what being yourself is all about because everybody is different. Stop letting these people make you uncomfortable in your own skin. If you're comfortable being who you are, stop letting people do that to you.
right,
You got to stop letting people do that to you. You got to start letting them be uncomfortable. It's okay for a person to be uncomfortable. If they see something they don't like, they have a choice. They can turn their heads, or they can remove themselves. And allow them to say, "Well, why should I have to remove myself? Well, why should I have to remove my motherfucking self?
right. You the one that's uncomfortable,
You the one that's uncomfortable. I'm fine,
right?
but you sitting here trying to let me have it because of what I got on, or you trying to judge me because of what you know, because I got an earring in my ear, or I got my nose pierced, or I got on red lipstick or red nail polish. You're uncomfortable with that, not me.
And you're right because most people they just get uncomfortable with what they see. Because like if it's a man and a pair of pumps and makeup on his face and a purse, you're uncomfortable because that's not you. It's not that you have something against him. It's that they uncomfortable seeing the man dressed like that.
Uh,
And then they want to make him feel uncomfortable by talking about him and ridiculing him to get him to leave so that they can be comfortable in their skin again.
mm-hmm.
And I agree with Tramel. It's about time that we live in our truth. And if a person is uncomfortable, y'all know my
Let them be
favorite saying,
uncomfortable.
fuck them. Let them be uncomfortable. Let them be uncomfortable. Shit, maybe I'm uncomfortable with the way you look because I've seen people that just look a hot mess. And I'm like, oh, girl, you came out the house looking like that? It made me uncomfortable.
I just had a conversation with a relative yesterday, and they was like, don't nobody say nothing about you carrying a bag. And he was like, well, what do you call your bag? Do you call it a pocketbook? Do you call it a man purse? Do you call it a bag? And I'm like, you can call it what you want. You can call it what you want. If you want to call it a pocketbook, I say if you want to call it a pocketbook, call it a pocketbook. If you want to call it a man purse, call it a man purse. You can call it whatever you want. I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
Right.
You know, he asked me what were my pronouns, which do I go by to people. I said some people. I'm like Big Frida. Some people refer to me as Dad. Some people refer to me as some of my girlfriends. They refer to me as Miss Thing. What's going on, Miss Thing, girl? You know what I'm saying? Then I got some people that refer to me by my girl name, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I know who I am. I know who I am. I don't have issues with people calling me whatever they want to call me,
Well, now let's rearrange that
as long as they keep it respectful.
because I don't have problems with what people call me. If I know you, and we cool like that, it's all good. But if I don't know you, he and him is what we do.
Right.
If I don't know you, he and him is what we do. Cause all that Miss Thing, Miss Girl, you don't know me like that, bitch. I don't care what you think and how you think it. Just cause you got gay friends, don't open the door for you to get familiar with me like that.
Uh-huh.
Because a lot of people
Just
do
as long as
that.
they keep it respectful.
No, but a lot of people do that, Tramel. Cause they got
Mm-hmm.
gay friends, they want to get familiar with you like that.
Right.
And
Or
it's
they want to
like,
call you girl and shit like
or
that.
Miss Thing, or Miss
Mm-hmm.
Honey, you don't know me like that.
Keep it respectful. As long as you keep it
So
respectful, keep it respectful. As long as you keep it respectful, I don't have a problem with whatever you call me.
right.
Or if you don't know, I don't have no problem with you asking me.
Right. I would prefer you ask me than to just assume. Because when
Mm-hmm.
you assume, we got a problem. I know we gonna have a problem.
Right.
Because you ain't gonna assume properly. You gonna assume the whole wrong situation, and we gonna have a problem. And like Melissa said, their uncomfortability is not my business. I'm free, child. Get with it or stay left. And I agree. You either gonna get with it or stay left. Like
Right.
I don't have to. Why do I have to? Like I told y'all when Tramel first had me get my nails done, I was uncomfortable and I had to sit back in myself and say, "Why am I uncomfortable, bitch? You've been doing this since you was 19. You stopped, but now you doing it again. So what's the big deal? I don't care if." And I had to get back in my head. I don't care if somebody's uncomfortable. I don't care if I make somebody uncomfortable with what they see. Because at the end of the day, you either gonna say it look nice or you gonna
Mm-hmm.
keep it to yourself. Cause see, I ain't the bitch you roll up on and start the bullshit with. And see, that's why I tried to tone it down. Cause as I got older, I realized I can't just punch a bitch in the mouth like I used to.
You ain't
So
got to do all of that.
no, because the disrespect, like I'm not like you. I don't sit back and say, oh well, they're ignorant to this or they're ignorant to that. I just look at you as being a stupid bitch, mind your fucking business and pop you in the mouth. I don't care what you like or don't like on me. I didn't ask your opinion. So I don't want your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's just I've always been that way. If I don't ask for your opinion, don't give it to me.
Right.
Period. End of story.
That's like I remember when I first got my nails done, and my mother saw. She was like, "Let's go get your nail polish remover. We're gonna take that off of your nails." I said, "Excuse me." She was like, "Let's go get your nail polish remover. We're gonna take that off of your nails." I said, "Oh no, we're not.
Hmm.
We're not doing that."
Right.
She was like, "Ain't no son of mine gonna be walking around with no nail polish." And I said, "Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He gonna be walking around with nail polish because I'm not." remove it. I remember when I first got my hair cut in a mohawk. My mother was like, "Go to the barber shop." She gave me money. Go to the barber shop and get you a real haircut. What's wrong with the haircut I got now? You need to cut that out. You need to cut it. You're gonna cut it now. No, I'm not. I'm not cutting it. No, I'm not doing that. Who do you think you are? I'm a grown man.
Right.
I'm grown. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me how to wear my hair. You can't tell me what to do. No, it don't work like that. Listen, if you don't like it, then don't like it. It's okay. It's
Right.
okay if you don't like it.
But the
I tell my
audacity
mother
to
all the
me.
time, and she gets in her feelings. She get mad when I tell her this. But I'm like, if you don't like it, it's okay. It's all right if you don't like
But
it.
you know what? For me, it
If it
is.
make and my mother, for her, it's comfortability. She doesn't feel comfortable seeing me with like long nails. She doesn't feel comfortable seeing me with hair on my head, with long hair on my head. So it makes her uncomfortable. It's okay if it makes you uncomfortable. If it makes you uncomfortable to the point where you can't look at it, then remove yourself. Remove yourself.
But you know what it
But
is for me.
don't ask me to cut my hair. Don't ask me to cut my nails or remove my nail polish. Don't do that because it's not gonna happen.
No, but for me, it's the audacity because like, and I'm not talking about my mother-in-law. I'm talking about just in general. It's like, bitch, who the fuck is you?
I don't get mad
Like,
at audacity. You know why? Because I guess you know what it is, Joseph. Nobody has ever really confronted me and said anything negative to me about the way I dress, the way I look. Most of the time, and you've seen it, you've been a witness to it.
right,
When I go out, when we go out and I'm dressed, or somebody sees my nails, they always give me compliments on 'em. Or when they see me with a bag, they always give me a compliment on it. They don't have no problem with it. So as much as I see stuff like this in social media, it really doesn't bother me simply because I don't have those experiences. Does it have an impact on me? Yes, it does, because I wish that all over this country, all over this world, that people would be respectful. But that's life. Life is about respect and
right.
disrespect. And you're gonna have a lot of people out here that's gonna disrespect you or be disrespectful to what you stand for. So if you took the time out to fight all these people, to argue with them,
It's
to tell
too
them
much.
off, you're gonna be fighting all your life.
Right.
So I really don't pay a lot of things any mind when I see them in social media. I really don't. I don't pay a lot of that stuff any mind simply because I'm like, that's not true. When I see a minister say, "Oh, well, you're going to hell, and God is not pleased because you're wearing makeup or you're doing," I don't believe that. I really don't. But like honestly, wholeheartedly, like even coming up, and Joseph, I came up just like you. I came up in the holiness church. I came up in the Church of God in Christ. But when I heard ministers say things like that, I never believed them. I don't know why, but I know there were a lot of my friends that were gay in the church that really wholeheartedly believed that they was going to hell because they was gay. You
Right.
know, I never believed it. I never believed stuff like that. Never. So, um, and I always thought that was just geared at wanting to be a part of something. Yes, I did. I wanted to be a part of the church. I wanted to pay my tithes. I wanted to be, considered a deacon and so on and so forth. I wanted that status and stuff like that. But if that was the cost, I can walk away from it.
I couldn't
If
sit
that was the
there.
course, if my pastor came to me and said, "You're not going to be a deacon because you're gay," I'll be like, "Okay, well,
See, I couldn't do it because I felt like a hypocrite. I like meaning I know who I am, and I'm not gonna sit here and listen to you tell me that Jesus and God don't love me because I know who I am, and I don't believe that Jesus don't love me. I don't believe that God don't love me
right,
as is. So I just made up in my mind when I was old enough. I just wasn't going to church because if that's what I had to listen to, then I didn't want to go to hear that
right."
because it's not changing who I am as a person.
And
You're
why
just
ain't
trying
he?
to beat me down and make me feel bad because of who I am as a person.
Uh-huh.
and I couldn't do that. Now, do you still have something to say on this subject? Because
Yeah, because I'm like,
this is leading
why?
into something else I want
I'm
to
like,
talk about.
why? You know what? This is what I don't understand about you Christians, and maybe you can answer this question for me about Christians. Christians are always talking about the Bible this,
But
the Bible that, the Bible says this,
let's
Bible
say
says
this.
that.
Let's not generalize Christians. Let's say church burgers.
Church burgers. Okay, we say church burgers. They always got something negative to say about the Bible. You know, they say the Bible this, the Bible that. You ain't supposed to do. The Bible said you ain't supposed to do this. The Bible said you ain't supposed to do that. I don't like this because I'm a Christian, and you, I don't appreciate this, and I don't appreciate that. Y'all get so mad and y'all feelings at another human being for being who they are when one of the biggest things that y'all say that all of y'all church burgers be saying is that God created all of us, right?
Right. But
Okay.
he didn't make you that way. The devil got a hold of you.
Oh, the devil got a hold. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. See, because my thing is if you're gonna be mad at somebody, be mad at God. And if you're gonna be mad at somebody, be mad at the devil. Don't be mad at me.
First of all, be mad at all the
Don't be
straight,
mad at me.
but be mad at all the straight people that created us gay people.
Right. Don't be mad at me. You have absolutely no right to be mad at me because of who I am, whoever I am. You want to be mad at
Hey,
somebody
Betty.
because y'all always talk about Lord, please change them, please change them. Y'all want to be mad at somebody? Hey, if y'all believe that the Lord can change us, he can create us too.
But you know,
Be mad at God,
but let me
and
ask you a
because you know
question.
why? Because none of y'all ain't got the heart. None of you church burgers got the heart, let's be real, to cuss God out.
Let me ask you a question though. They always praying for God to change us, right?
Hmm.
So what are they going to do once He
They
do it?
always praying for God to
No, but
change
what I'm
us, but
saying,
don't no
if He
change
does
come.
it right then and there when they pray it, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
What you know how you always say, what are you going to use? How are you going to use that information? What are you
Hmm.
going to use this information for?
Hmm.
Okay, I'm changed now. What you think I'm gonna marry your little raggedy ass daughter? You think I'm gonna marry your raggedy ass? Cause half the women that always wanted to pray for me, they wasn't even I wasn't even attracted to them in the first place.
Right.
So you wasn't even my type. So if God did change me, he changed me for another woman. He didn't change me for you because you ain't even my like. That's the part that gets me. Okay, God changes me, and now what? Now what? Now that I'm changed, now what?
Hmm.
Now what's going to happen? I marry a woman because it ain't going to be you. I have kids, it ain't going to be your kids. So you still standing there looking stupid, and I done changed and rolled off with a whole nother person. So now what? Because I never understood that. I hated when people did that to me. I hate it when I tell you I despised it. Oh Lord Jesus, change him, Lord. Give him a different heart, Jesus. Change his spirit. And oh, God is gonna change you one day. No, bitch, you got better chances of playing with the third motherfucking rail and
Hmm.
surviving than you do of God changing me, who I am, who He made me as a person. Because one, I don't want to be changed because ain't nothing wrong with me. See, that's the whole thing. If you don't think ain't nothing wrong with you, ain't nothing wrong with you. Because what could not happen
Hmm.
is, see, that's the problem with all these gays running around talk about they've been delivered. First of all, you ain't been delivered of nothing. All you doing is containing those feelings that you have for the same sex. So you ain't been delivered from shit. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Hmm.
Because I ain't never met a gay person that still wasn't a queen, that still ain't look like a lesbian, and all the rest of the stuff that goes with it. Y'all still keep the same look and the same everything and want to scream, I'm delivered, I'm delivered. 9 times out of 10, you've been played and hurt by the gay community so bad, you want to play on the other side and see what it's like to be
Hmm.
straight. As soon as a man play you if you a lesbian or a woman play you if you a man, you gonna run right back to what your comfortability is. So that's number
Right.
one. Number two, the only reason why you felt the need to want to change is because you sat up in that church and you let them convince you that something was wrong with you. And that God ain't gonna love you and you ain't never getting into heaven because that's what they do.
Hmm.
And ain't nobody got time for that. Hey, best friend, ain't nobody got time for that.
Hmm.
Living your truth, be who you are, and one day when you meet God face to face, He gonna tell you, I created you just the way you were supposed to be. Now, should you be out there, you know, doing things that you ain't got no business doing, and y'all know what I'm talking about? Probably not. Probably our life should be regulated the same way as straight
And
people,
let me
like
say
no
something.
adultery,
Let
no
me say
this, no
something.
that, no this, no that. But at the end of the day, it's like,
And let me say something about you queens that are in the church that are, call yourself quote unquote in the closet. What makes y'all think? This is what I don't understand. I have never understood this. What makes y'all think that people don't know y'all game?
because the dumb
What
women,
makes them think that? Like I had a
because
friend,
some of
right?
them dumb
I
church
had a
perverts
friend,
get
right? Him,
married.
he was married
Right.
to another man, and he goes to a Baptist church. And every Sunday at the church, he stands in front of the church and he gossips with all the women in the church. He thinks that the women gather around him because he is attractive. First of all, boo, you ain't all that attractive, number one. Okay, let me just make that clear. But he thinks all the women gather around him because he's attractive. I said, no, they're gathering around you, honey, because you're a queen girl. You're a queen. Women love queens. Women, women. Reese Cobb,
Him and Southern Girl.
Melissa, all of y'all love gay men. They love gay men, and it's nothing wrong with loving gay men. I'm not saying that, but majority of women love gay men. They're hanging around you at church at in the afternoon and gossiping with you and sharing gossip with you because they know that you're a queen, Miss Thing. You're a lady, Miss Thing. You're a lady with balls, girl. You're a lady. Ain't no woman, let me just say this, ain't no woman gonna sit up there and gossip with another man.
Because a straight man ain't going to want to
A
hear it.
straight man ain't gonna sit there and be listening to that bullshit.
Now they'll gossip amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Straight men.
A straight man will sit there, if he do hear gossip, he'll sit there and be like this. Stop all that gossiping and shit. That's what a straight man will say because that makes him uncomfortable. Straight men don't like gossip because it makes them uncomfortable, you know. But these queens that's in the closet, these choir directors, and things, y'all don't think that nobody knows your secret. Y'all don't think that nobody knows your secret. They know your secret, Miss Sing.
Right, the Southern Girl.
You are a Decepticon, honey.
Now, Tramel, and I want to know y'all thoughts in the comment section too. Keep it respectful, because I'm not gonna let y'all talk about her like that. I just say
No.
keep it respectful. So Dwayne Wade petitioned the courts to change Zaya's sex and her name on her birth certificate and going forward.
Her sex.
Her sex and her name.
Now,
Now, I've been
does he want to
seeing,
change her sex to female?
yes, I've been seeing on social media where a lot of trans women don't agree with this. They're like, she's too young.
Mm,
How does she know she want her name to be Zaya? Because we've
mm,
all gone through different names before we decided to keep the name that we have now. And
mm.
they feel that, okay, some feel that it's just privilege because she's rich. Others feel like they couldn't do it until, but the laws are different. So in some states, you can't change your sex until you have a sexual reassignment. In
Right.
other states, you can. As long as you live in your life as a woman, you can change your birth certificate, license, and stuff to say female
Well,
because
that's
that's how you're
deceptive.
living your life. No, because that's how you're living your life.
It doesn't matter.
So if you walk into an establishment, they're not gonna like for a job, but they do it because if they know that if a job knows, sometimes they won't give it to them. It just depends on the state because some states have that law that you have to have the surgery. Other states, as long as you're living your life as a woman, you don't. They'll change your sex. Or like somebody I know, they got their driver's license and it said male. They went back and said, "Oh, y'all made a mistake on my driver's license." And the girl looked, and because she was real as rain, she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. Let me change your driver's license." And the girl just changed it to female.
Mm.
So, you know, There's ways around it, but Zaya, with Zaya,
I
hey Miss
disagree.
Lois,
I disagree.
with Zaya, because she's 15.
Hmm.
She no 16,
Hmm.
almost 18, not
Right.
quite 18. It's 16 or
Well, can she
17.
wait? See, well, see, this is my
Well,
thing. This is my. Let me just say this about people wanting to change their sex. If
well, no,
you
it's not
have
a sex change, just
no,
on
no, 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 I know, I
documents.
know. If you want to document and change your sex from a man to a woman, then I believe that you should convert yourself over to that sex. How are you going to unless you are going to walk around and tell everybody that you encounter? Then I'm gonna try to make this make sense. Unless you're gonna walk around and tell everybody that you encounter, I identify as a woman, but I'm really a man, then you don't have a right to change your sex to being a woman because you are not a woman, neither biologically or physically.
Okay,
You're not a woman because if you walking around and you saying I'm a woman and you got a penis, women don't have penises.
no, I agree with you. But what if they say they're a trans woman?
If you're a trans woman, that's totally different. If you're a
Right.
trans woman and you have had sexual
No,
reassignment,
not sexual,
reassignment,
because a lot of trans women don't get sexual
well
reassignment.
then you just a trans woman. In my eyes, you're just a trans woman. You
But
can never. My thing is that it is not fair to cis women that you be able to convert yourself over to being a woman if you don't have the same parts as a woman. A woman has.
but
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you don't have the same what is it, physicality as a woman, meaning if you are a trans woman and you have a vagina
but
and
that's
you have
still
listen and you have breasts, you can stand next to a cis woman, right?
but it's still
You can stand
debatable.
next to it is debatable by biology, yes, it's
No, what I'm
debatable,
saying is debatable because people
but
will say
you can't stand
that
next to
their
a woman and say
vagina,
you're a woman and you got a penis,
but
Joseph.
at the same time, people still think even if they get a vagina that it ain't nothing but an inverted penis.
It's okay,
So,
but that's okay. That's a whole totally different fight.
well, I think that it's fine. I agree with some of the trans women what they said because me going through that whole
If
trans
you're a
stage that
trans
I went
woman
through,
and you've had sexual reassignment surgery, then you should be, and you want to change your sex to a woman, you should be able to change your sex to a woman. But if you are a trans woman that lives your life as a woman and you still have the parts of a man, then you are a trans woman. That is your title. Your title is a trans
but
woman.
if they
It's
can't
not a
get if
man.
they go
It's
to a
not a
job
woman.
interview, if they're living their life as a woman,
Hmm.
they're living their life as a woman. They are a
Okay.
woman.
Okay.
What do I look like going giving you my driver's license and it says male?
Because you have male
No, because then
genitalia.
I'm opening the door for you to be discriminatory to me because I want a
Well,
job
that's sad.
and all
It's
I want
sad.
is a
Listen,
job. I
nobody.
don't want
No,
nothing else but a
listen. We live
job.
in a country. We live in a country, and we live in a day and age where everybody should be accepted, right?
Right.
Right. This day and age, trans women have rights, gay men have rights, lesbian women have rights, pansexual people have rights, non-binary people have rights. All these different genders that we have come up with and they have come out. They have rights and they're supposed to be respected, right? So, with that being said, nobody should be discriminated against. You should never go into an establishment and you're a trans woman and you not get the job simply because you're a trans woman.
And
You're a trans woman, that's what you are.
I agree with you, but that's in the perfect world.
That's in the perfect world.
But we
Well,
know, and let me
if
just
it's
say this.
if that's not what's happening, then yes, we need to have some conversations and we need to change some
Well, most of
laws.
them end up doing what I say. They'll get the driver's license or whatever, and then go back a couple of weeks later and be like, "Oh, look, I just noticed my ID or my driver's license. Look what y'all put." Well, the real ones. because the ones that you can look at and tell, you know, they already know they didn't make a mistake. But the ones that can get away with it, that's how they end up getting their driver's
Yes, I
license
know
and
that,
stuff.
but you can do that all you want to, Joseph. You and I both know, and I don't care. Y'all can get mad at me if y'all want to. If you are trans and you're living your life as a woman, I respect that. I respect you living your life as a woman. But in reality, there's a part of you that still represents a man, and that is your genitalia. We are identified as men, male or female, based on our genitalia. You have men, you have males, you have females. Some you have hermaphrodites. You have hermaphrodites that have both genitalia. So that's how you are identified in this world. If you were to go to, um, if you were to go to a country and you were to be stripped, and you're standing there as a trans woman and they strip you, and you got a big old pair of balls, honey, and a dick, what are they gonna say? Where are they gonna put you? Where are they gonna put you?
With the man.
They're gonna put you with the men because that's what you
Well
are
now, well now,
in the eyes of the Lord,
well
in the
now. Did
eyes
you read
of
that
people.
story where a trans woman went to jail and they stripped her and saw that she had the penis,
Mm-hmm.
and they still put her with the women, but they had to end up moving her with the men because the women were raping her.
Yeah, or
But
they have a special section for those people.
in the men's
In
prison,
most jails that you go to, they have what they call capers.
that's
It's the jail. That's the jail where they put the gay men and women
no. The only time they
and,
put
and
trans women
trans
in a
women.
jail with women is like you said, if they had the surgery. If they
Right.
didn't have the surgery, they going in jail with men.
Right.
But El Manning, you're right. I agree with you. If she, like, I don't have a problem with Zaya saying she's a girl. I
But
don't
I have a
have a
problem
problem with
with her
that.
saying that she's a
But
girl
I have a
if she don't have a
problem.
hoo ha, honey.
No, no. When I say that, I mean, you know,
If she don't got no gizzards,
the
honey.
trans women when they come in, and trans men when they come into who they are and they know who they are, they'll say they're a
Mm-hmm.
man or they're a woman because they're not comfortable in the body that they're in. I get all
Right.
of that. My thing is that the whole name change thing, child, you know how many names I had before I came up
She
with
can
this?
change her name.
No,
I believe
what I'm
she.
saying is, you know how many names I had for myself before I came up with Kilanda?
Right.
So that's my problem. Is that how do you know for sure that you want your name to be Zaya
Right. But listen,
or
a
Zaya?
name. No, no, no. Let's be clear. A name change is a big difference from being identified as man or
Well,
woman.
I'm sure that
A
the
name
court is
change, no,
not
listen,
gonna.
Joseph, a name change can always be reversed. It can always be changed. Like, if she go from Zaya to um, Miss ZZ, honey,
No, no,
and she
that's
decide later on in life she don't want to be that no more, she want to be Zaya again, she can go back down to the courthouse and change her name.
right. But how
You
many
know, she
times
can
you
go
gonna
change
do
her
that?
name to Henry. She can go change her name to Harry. She can change her name to Susan. Whatever, that can be changed. A reassignment surgery cannot be reversed. You know that it can't be reversed. That's a big difference. That's a big difference. So do I agree that she should be able to change her name? By all means, change your name. Change your name to whatever it is that makes you comfortable, and be whoever it is that you want to be
See, the
to
only
make you
problem I
comfortable.
have
But
with
the
all
only
of it is
problem that I have is that you cannot change your sex until you have
the only
changed
problem I
your
have.
sex.
The only problem I have with well, California might be one of them states where you don't have to have the change to change your sex. And I don't know. I didn't look up the law for
That's not
where.
fair. How is that fair? You know how many, listen, and the reason why I say this is because, Joseph, there have been so many trans women and men that have been killed for hiding who they are or identifying, saying, okay, well, they've been dating these guys, and these guys think that they're a woman, but then find out after they done fell in love with this person that, listen, that done fell in love with this person that that ain't never had no sexual reassignment surgery, and they never told them that from the waist down, I have male genitalia, but I identify as a woman. Okay, you dating this straight guy, you've been dating him for 8, 10 years, and he ain't never known. He ain't never found out.
But Jamel, you talking
Joseph,
about a whole different situation.
no, I
Just
am
because,
not. I'm
just
saying
no.
that
If I change my sex
listen,
to
we
female,
live in a day and age.
Wait. Listen, if I change my sex to female, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I know I still have all my biological parts.
Right.
It's not like I can meet a man and not tell him that I'm trans. Like you in 2022, you'd be a fucking fool.
But a lot of trans women don't. A lot of trans women
in
don't reveal themselves.
They do.
A lot
Don't
of them
believe the hype.
Right.
I'm telling you, don't believe that hype.
They do, but a lot of them don't.
Men play like these trans
right,
women
but what
didn't
I'm
tell
saying
them,
is,
but they tell,
about,
and then they get mad and want to scream. She didn't tell me. She told you.
Right,
bitch.
but what about the ones that don't reveal themselves?
Tramel, and I'm
what about? Hold on. And this happens a lot, and you know this. What about? Hold on, listen. What about in the lesbian community, where a lot of women that make themselves appear like they look like guys, and some of them they be looking just like guys. Hold on, they be looking just like guys. What about them? A majority of them don't reveal themselves to the women that they've been dating.
But I can't talk about women. I can talk about trans women.
You can talk about trans women, but trans 2022, trans women
you
are
can
part
have
of the
10,
community too.
And maybe 2 ain't telling, but all the other 8 are telling these dudes what's up.
With Joseph,
and just because your ID say you a woman,
don't mean you a woman.
How many people pull out? I mean, come on now. I ain't never pulled out my ID and showed a man, look, I'm a man. Like, no. Come on now. That to me, that don't make sense. And it ain't for me, it's not them giving the right to play with people's feelings and emotions, because at the end of the day, you still have to tell this person if you have your biological parts.
But do you know how many, Joseph, let me just say this. And I'm saying this.
But you're talking about somebody in the media. Nobody is going to
No. I'm not talking about somebody in the media. I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is we live in a day and age where we preach every single day. We just got finished preaching, living your truth, living your truth, living your truth. There's a lot of people out here that are still afraid to live in their truth. There's a lot of trans women out here that are dating men, and they're afraid to tell them, yo, I used to be a man, or I live my life as a woman, but I am considered and I'm considered a woman by law, but I used to be a man. There's a lot of trans women out there that don't share that information. Those are the ones I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the ones that reveal themselves, because yes, let's be clear. In this day and age, we have a lot of trans women that live their lives out loud, but there are a lot of trans women that don't live their lives out loud and they don't tell. So, like I said, in order for you to legally change your sex, that would mean that you would have to tell each and every individual person that you encounter, I identify, and by law, I am considered a woman, but there's a but. There's going to continue to be a but there if you don't have the correct genitalia.
But I don't owe you nothing if I just
No, you don't.
So why does she have to tell people that she's a man? If she just going on a date with somebody, one date, and this
she can't go in a public eye and say, well, I changed my name from Zaya to this, and yes, I changed my sex from male to female, but in the media ask her, well, Zaya, do you have male or female genitalia? That ain't none of your business, right? That ain't none of your business. So now what she got to do is, anytime she encounters somebody or dates somebody, right, she gonna have to make them sign an NDA agreement saying that they won't say nothing about her sex. But because if she doesn't, and let's say she dates a guy. She dates a guy and they break up, and their breakup is tumultuous. And he goes to the public, he goes to the media and says, y'all, Dwayne Wade's daughter still got a dick. What? Your tea,
Okay.
your tea. You just they just spilled your
But
motherfucking tea.
your tea is spilled already because everybody know you're not a girl. I mean, if you want to do it
If everybody
biologically,
know you ain't a girl, then why you want to change your sex to being a girl?
because that's how you feel.
Okay, you can feel that way all you want to. Listen, this is the problem. You trans men and women want to y'all get mad because y'all actually act like y'all thirsty. Y'all so thirsty for the state and for the government to validate who you are. You so thirsty to make the state and the government validate the person that you are. I'm not validated by no government whatsoever. My name is TheMcRae. Period. Point blank poop.
But you are
If I want to walk
validated.
around here with a motherfucking dress on, that's my prerogative. But I don't need the state or the government to identify me or validate my identity in such a way. I don't need the government to validate my sex.
Are you a man?
Yes, I'm a man.
What does your birth certificate say?
I'm male.
They validated you.
Yeah, they validated me, but did I ask them to validate me?
No.
No, I didn't ask them to
But what I'm
validate me.
saying is, you say I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying 100%. But what I'm saying to you is, what's wrong with them wanting the same validation? If I feel I'm in the wrong body, and my
You
argument,
can go to
listen,
the
listen,
state.
listen, listen. If my argument is
Mhm.
my genitalia don't make me what you said I am,
Right, right.
right? Then what's the big deal?
Because Joseph, this is what I'm saying. You can go to the government, you can go to the state, and have them validate you as being a woman, right? But that don't change
I
nothing.
agree with you.
It
Just
don't
because it
change
walk
nothing.
like a duck,
It may
just
listen.
because it walk like a
It
duck,
may
it could be
change
a
in your
goose.
mind.
It
You
could be
may
a
feel in your
swan.
mind, okay, well now I'm trans. I live my life as a woman, and the state recognizes me as a woman. But in reality, because see, I look at things for reality. I look at reality. You can walk around and say that I'm a woman. I live my life as a woman, but I have genitalia. But my male genitalia don't validate me. You can say that all you want to. At the end of the day, you still got a dick. You still got to hold on. You still got a dick. You don't have a vagina like a woman, and you are not a woman. You're not a woman.
Well, we are never gonna agree on
And
this.
and you know a lot of and I apologize. I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all in any way whatsoever, but there's a lot of trans women that get in their feelings when you say stuff like that, and they get in their feelings because they want to be validated as being a woman. And I get it. I will respect you as a woman. I will. If you are a person that says, listen, I am a woman, I live my life as a woman, in the eyes of the law, I am considered a woman, but I have genitalia. I'm
But
going to
who's gonna
ask
tell
you,
you that?
but I'm going to ask you, what do you like? What are your pronouns? Are your pronouns her, 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 and Miss and Mrs.? If that's your pronouns, I'm going to be respectful enough to call you that. But I still know in the back of my mind, I still know that when you if you made a choice to give me this information, I still know that you have male genitalia, but you identify as a woman.
But that's what I'm saying. Who's gonna walk up to you and say, "Oh, by the way, I got a dick"? Do you do that to people?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody's
So
gonna
it's
walk
like,
up to you and say that, but there are people that are transparent and they share that information with you. And if you decide to share that information with me, I'm
what
going
did
to
we
be
talk about
respectful.
Sunday?
Huh?
Too much information that's unasked for. What did we
Right.
talk about
We
Sunday?
did talk about that, but you know what? I believe in Big Frida's philosophy. Big Frida said some people refer to him as him, some people refer to him as her. He said some people refer to me as girl because they think I look like a girl. He said some people refer to me as being trans. He said, but that does not validate the person that I am. You know what he said? I know who I am. I know what, like me, Joseph, I'm non-binary. I like get my nails done. I like get my hair done. Sometimes I wear makeup. But does that validate me as a girl? No, I'm not a girl. I am a male. I'm a male. I don't want to be trans. I don't want to be categorized as
Right.
being a
But that's
trans
you.
man, right?
You couldn't.
But there are some people out there that would say, "Oh, you a girl. You a queen. You this, you that. You can call me whatever you want to call me. That doesn't validate me. What validates me is what I know that I am. I know who I am. So you can call me Miss
But
Thing. Listen, you can call me Miss Thing. You can call me girl. You can call me the F word. You can call me any of those names. Don't call me the F word because you'll get beat back like a birthday cake. But you can call me any of those names. And you can call me any female name. You can refer to me as a female. But I know who I am. I'm not, and I get it. Please don't think that I don't have empathy or I'm not empathetic to people that don't like to be referred to something that they're not, because I am. But for me, I don't get in my feelings or get upset when people say things like, "Hey girl," or "Hey Miss Thing." And so I don't get in my feelings about that because I know who I am.
okay, but I know a trans woman that her own family, they always refer to her as him or this is my nephew. That's not cool.
No, it's not.
That
It's
is
just
not
no,
fucking
it's
cool.
not.
You know that
It's
this
disrespectful.
woman is living her life as a woman. She has lived her life as a woman damn near her whole entire life.
It's a lot of people like T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison said her father still refers to her as her male name, but she said, she's tried to explain
But
it to
that's what
her
I'm saying.
father.
When
Listen, she said she tried to explain it to her father, right? And her father said, "Well, you always gonna be Timmy to me, Timothy to me." So her father calls her Timothy. Sometimes her mother calls her that. She says she's not bothered by it simply because
but let
she
somebody
knows who she is.
but let
But listen,
somebody outside that
no,
circle.
listen. I said that to say that everybody can't take that, or everybody doesn't like that. Like you just said, you know a trans woman whose whole entire family disrespects her by calling her a man, right?
Right. And they do it in
What can
front of
she
her
do?
dates.
What can she do?
What she can do is tell them to shut the fuck up, and I won't come around you if you don't refer to me.
What makes you think they're gonna listen to her?
Well,
I just had this conversation with my son.
Then guess what? Like I told her, stop going around them
Right.
motherfuckers.
I just had this conversation with my
If
son.
people are
And
not
you're
going to
absolutely
respect
right.
you,
You're absolutely right.
Because see, it ain't about what you think and what you say,
Right,
and how you feel.
that's
It's
what I was
about
getting
the
ready to say,
respect.
Joseph. That's what I was
It's
getting ready to
about the
say.
respect.
Listen,
It don't matter
let me
if
tell
I
y'all
tell
something.
you.
I don't care.
If I tell you I'm a motherfucking dog, when I walk in the room, throw a ball at me, bitch, so I can run after it and catch it. Don't tell me you're not a dog,
You're
so
right.
I'm not gonna
You're
go do a
absolutely
dog.
right. And that's what I was getting ready to say. Let me just tell people this, because I just had this conversation with my son. If you are in a space where you are not being respected, then first know this: you have a choice. Know that you always have a choice. And if you are in a space where you're not being respected and you have asked for your respect, you have demanded your respect, and you still don't get respected, then what do you got to do, Joseph? You got to remove yourself from that situation. I don't care if it's your mama. I don't care if it's your father, your sister, your brother, your cousins. You cannot share a space with people like that. That's the problem. That's the problem with the black family, is that we share spaces with people that we don't like, or they disrespect us.
It ain't even that we don't like them, it's that they try to disrespect us.
Right.
And at the end of the day, what you're not going to do is disrespect me. Because, see, I'll never see your black ass again. I'll never come around you again. Because what you going to give me is my respect. The same way you want. I don't care what your personal opinion is about who I am.
It's okay.
And what I do.
It's okay for you to have that personal opinion.
I don't care about
long
that.
as you
what you're not going to do is push that narrative over on me.
Right.
Because I don't care. I don't care if you don't like the fact that I get my nails done. I don't care if you don't like the fact that I'm a trans woman. I don't care if you don't like the fact that I'm a trans man. Keep it to your motherfucking self. Or talk amongst the family when I ain't motherfucking
But
there.
know this, that if you don't keep it to yourself and you think you're going to stand around and you're going to be disrespectful and ridicule me and talk about me and say bad things about me, you think I'm going to be standing there and letting you do that? It's not going to happen.
Like the trans woman I know, they do it in front of other people. And I'm like, do they realize they putting your life in jeopardy by doing that?
No.
Like
They don't.
Luckily, she tells
They don't.
boys.
They feel
No,
like,
luckily she
listen.
tells boys that she, how she was born, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
She tells them, but they come to the house and they'll, oh, you going out with my nephew? Really? Are you fucking stupid? I said, why do you deal with these people? Why do you talk to these people?
But I'm gonna give you an answer for that. You know why most people disrespect other people that they don't like they call they they call them names and stuff like that. You know why? Because they think wow they think do it's just like a person being overweight. When a person is overweight and their family don't want them to be overweight, you know what they do? You fat this, you fat that, you fat this, you fat that. You need to put that plate down. You need to put your fork down. You need to put your spoon down. That's what they do. You know why they do that? You ever wonder why they do that? You know why they do that?
Why?
Because they think by calling you these names, you'll get so tired of them calling you names that you will put the plate down.
Well, people do
You will
that when you
start
smoke.
losing weight. You will put the fork down. You will step away from the table when they say that.
And you'll
That's what they
do that when
want you
you
to do.
smoke. You going outside in that cold of smoke, you
They say
smoking.
things to you. They say those things to you to deter you from being who you are.
Well, at what point do they realize they're
Let
stupid?
me tell you, you know what my father did? When my father first found out I was gay, he hated it. He hated. So you know what he would do? He made me stay in the house because he felt like if he kept me in the house, I wouldn't encounter no men. He told me I wasn't allowed to have any guys over to the house because he thought in his mind that if I didn't have no guys at the house, then I wouldn't be gay. You see what I'm saying? People call me the F word and call me all these different names, these different horrible names and stuff when referencing being gay, simply because they felt like if I call him the F word, that he don't like it, he ain't gonna want to be that no more. He
Chill.
ain't gonna want to be that no more. So I'm gonna continue to call him that name. But it doesn't work. It has never worked. It has worked for some people. It has worked in some cases because you can go to church and have the all the deaconess crowd around you and pray the gay out of you, and some of these gay people be falling for that stupid shit. But it don't work. It don't work, and y'all, it don't work. It don't work. If you have a child and they come to you and they tell you that they're gay and you don't like it, there's nothing you can do about it. You may be able to suppress it
How you gonna
until
suppress it?
because you may be able to suppress it under the control of your roof, but trust and believe when that child becomes of age and they get from up under you, they're going to be who the hell they want to be. They're going to be
Not who they
whoever they
want to
want
be,
to
who
be.
they are.
They're going to be who they are. You know what I'm saying? So you can suppress it for but so long. You can try to stop it for but so long, but it does not work. It does not, just like it don't work with fat people. You ain't gonna sit there and call me fat all day and think I'm gonna lose weight. I'm not gonna lose weight. I'm gonna eat more. It makes most fat people eat more. Most fat people say, food was my comfort. Food was it was my joy. When people called me names and stuff like that, I ate more. It's the same thing with being gay. You call me a queen. You call me the F word, child. You continue to call me that, honey. It's like I told my mama. Okay, I'm wearing nails now, right, girl? Do you want me to go? Do you really want me to wear some lipstick? Cause I can wear that too. I wear that too. Since you want to sit here and ridicule me about my nails, I can go get some lipstick, child, and put some lipstick on. I can put some eyeshadow on, and then I can really turn you, Miss Thing. You'll really be gagging, honey, as I'm sitting here with a beard and a mustache and lipstick and eyeshadow on. I can really gag you. So if that's what you want to do, honey. If you want me to look like Uncle Clifford, I can look like Uncle Clifford too, honey. I can do that. I can walk around with high heel Tims on and the whole nine. Miss Thing, if that's what you want me to do. So, This, I mean, listen. We live in a world where it's time to live for you to live in your truth. Do I agree that Dwayne Wade's daughter should have his name changed? By all means, go ahead and change your name. If you want to have your sex changed, by all means, go on ahead and do that. It's not going to kill me. It's not going to hurt me. But deep down in your heart, you know just as well as I know, as long as you have the male genitalia, you're going to be recognized as a man. The state or the government may not recognize you as a man, but we, the people, in the court of public opinion, are going to say, okay, Miss Singh, you went and got your sex changed. I mean, no, you went and got your name changed, and you got them to categorize you as a female. But Miss Singh, girl, you got all that meat up in the front, honey. Women don't have meat in the front, girl. What are you going to do about that? You're going to always have people in the public opinion, in the court of public opinion, that's going to say you're not a woman. You're not a woman. And when they do, don't get in your feelings.
But
Transmitted
they
women,
already say that
don't get in your
now.
feelings. Don't get in your feelings when people don't respect you as a full figure fledged biological woman, because you're not. You're not. If you tuck, you still a man.
I don't understand what that got to do with anything, but
It don't.
I
It
don't
really
understand
doesn't.
what that got to do with anything. And we will never agree on this subject, I see. But that's
No,
fine.
no,
We
we
don't
won't.
have to.
We won't.
But that's fine. We don't have to.
With that being said, guys, that's it for us. I hope that you enjoyed the discussion that we had today. Take the time out to apply it if you need to apply it, and ponder over it if you need to ponder over it. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, by all means, contact us at TheMcRaeKingz at gmail.com. Watch us on all social media platforms. Please make sure that you hit that like button before you leave here. And also, please support the McCrae platform. We really need your financial support. Right now, we're trying to get a computer, so we need your financial support really, 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 really bad. So, if you want to send us 5, 10, 15, $20 or more, please send it to our Cash App at the MKingz. If Joseph doesn't have anything else to say, do you?
No, I'm good. Thank
Okay.
y'all for watching and spending your Tuesday night with us.
Yes.
And see, we didn't say nobody's name. And always make sure that if nobody told you they loved you today, know that me and Tramel do. It doesn't matter how you identify, we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And also remember to walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. I'm going to go cook my pepper steak now so I can feed my little fat husband.
Whatever.
And y'all, everybody have a good evening. Zaza, you have a good evening as well.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
welcome, Zaza. I never saw you in our chat before, but welcome.
And happy belated birthday to Loretta
Yes,
Devine,
Reese
too.
Cup, you missed it, so you're going to have to watch the replay.
Happy, happy belated birthday to Loretta Devine.
You need to get that cough out
Yeah.
or swallow it.
You know what it is. It's my lungs.
I know.
But happy birthday to Loretta Devine.
I believe
She
her
turned
birthday was
77, right?
yesterday
She turned
or
77 on
78.
Sunday. It was Sunday. She turned seven. It was a 77 or 76.
Either 77
I think it was 76.
or 76.
She turned
I said
76. No,
78.
77. She actually turned 77 on Sunday. So happy birthday to Loretta Devine, who is a legendary actress. If you guys don't know her, Google
One
her.
of the first
She was
Dream
one of the
Girls.
first Dream Girls. Um, she played Laurel
Laurel
on Broadway,
with Jennifer
and
Holliday
she's played in many, many different
and Cheryl
productions.
Lee Ralph.
She's been in many, many black movies. So, y'all, shout out to Loretta Devine. Happy birthday to her. I also want to send a special shout out and happy birthday to my sister Kimberly. My sister Kimberly turned 56 last week. Happy birthday to her. And also, guys, I am going to be, Joseph and I are about to be great uncles again. My niece Tamika is having a baby, and she's due in the next couple of weeks. And what we're going to do is we're going to put her wish list in the comment section. If you guys want to just go over and buy her a special gift, you can do so. My niece says she needs bottles and blankets. So that's what her wish list consists of, a lot of bottles and blankets. If you want to buy her Pampers, you can buy her Pampers, of course, on Amazon. And anything that you buy on the wish list will go straight and directly to her. So if you can support my niece, and we'll put her baby shower registry wish list in the comment section. We'll also put it in the description of this video, and I will be we will be going live from the at the baby shower.
No baby shower.
Why?
It was canceled.
Yes, it is. No, it's not.
She canceled it.
No, it's not. It's not canceled. So with that being said, guys, we're gonna get on out of here. You guys have a great night, and remember to walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And always remember, it's Team McCrae
all damn day. And don't forget to look at us out for us Saturday at Jersey City Pride.
That's right.
Because we will be there live and in full effect. And
yes,
we will talk to you guys later.
Yes.
Enjoy your evening, and thank you for spending part of it with the McRaeKingz.
Talk to you soon.
Later, y'all.
Bye-bye.